How did I end up joining Internet Money? I was just selling beats online and kind of making a name for myself online on YouTube, and then um, I was following Taz because at the time he was one of the biggest YouTube producers, and I was every once in a while I'd reach out to him, we'd chat a little, and then he was going to LA to speak for like a BeatStars event. And I was just gonna fly to LA to listen to him speak at the event. I was just gonna be someone in the audience, just wanted to hear like his take on how to sell beats and try to learn more. And then last minute before the trip, he hit me up and he was like, "Yo, we rented an Airbnb and one other person that was staying with us flaked, and we need one more person to stay at the Airbnb. And I know you're coming to the event, so is there any way you would be down to like pitch in and stay at the Airbnb?" And bro, I was like, holy shit, this is crazy. And I was scared at first. I was like, because to be honest, before then I hadn't really traveled a lot, and I never been to LA before, and so I was kind of nervous, bro, like flying out there by myself, staying at Airbnb with a bunch of people I didn't know. It was kind of sketchy, but bro, I was just like, fuck, I gotta take this opportunity. It could be once in a lifetime, because up until that point I've been following Taz and been a fan of his and trying to like make a career out of selling beats online. So I took the opportunity. I flew out there, I stayed at the Airbnb with them, and we just became friends, man. We just like, that weekend was just fire, and we got along really well, and he fucked with me, and it was just a good vibe, and so he put me on the team after that. And then we did the little tour, because Taz kind of got the idea, like, with me staying at the Airbnb and shit, he got the idea, like, damn, why don't we go to more cities and invite other producers that follow us to stay at Airbnbs with us, and then we could possibly either recruit them into Internet Money if they're fire, or if not, it'll just be like a seminar where we'll teach them stuff and we'll give them advice and just make it like a vibe and hang out. And so we went to Atlanta in January that year. It was 2017. So 2016 is when I met Taz, and then January 2017 is when we did the first tour stop, where we rented a Airbnb in Atlanta, and houses are so cheap in Atlanta, bro, that we rented a fucking mansion for 5 days in Atlanta. And then we had producers pay to stay with us, so they'd pitch in, and it's 5 days to stay at the Airbnb with us and just learn and soak up stuff and make beats with us. And so people would pay, and we'd get like 10 people. They'd all pitch in, and then we'd stay at this Airbnb with them, and it was fire. And we'd teach them stuff and like collab with them, and we signed a few members that way too. We met Joel's, who's not in Internet Money anymore. We met him in the Atlanta tour stop, and we signed him after that. Not immediately though. Like, we met him in January at the tour stop, and we fucked with him, but we didn't add him to Internet Money for like 8 months later. We just remembered him from then and then added him later. But anyway, so then we went to Seattle. Then we went to Texas, Austin, Texas. Then we went to Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee. Then we went to Miami. Then we went to Los Angeles. And it was fire. So we just, at each city, we just rent an Airbnb. Me, Taz, and whatever other Internet Money members were staying there, and that tour stop would get there early. We'd have the Airbnb to ourselves for a couple days, and then all the people that are staying with us would show up. And it was just fire, bro. I don't know, it was fire for the time. And we didn't have any placements. That's all Internet Money was this online. We had the tutorial channel, we had Wave Supply to sell kits on, and then we just sold beats online, and did the tour stop, bro. And then during the LA tour stop is when Taz got his first placement, which was the Gucci Mane and Designer song called Life. And I remember we were at the Airbnb for the tour stop in LA when we were waiting for it to drop. And then the song came out, and then that song was enough to get him a pub deal, and he got signed to Atlantic off of that one song. And so that's how 2018 started. Taz signed a deal, and then we started doing actual sessions in the industry. And so that's basically the story of the first year in Internet Money and how it was. That was before anything happened. And then, it's grown from there. We did all of 2018. We were doing little placements. Like Young Pinch was like, to us at the time, was like, holy shit, we're working with Young Pinch. And then, like, since then, it's evolved so much bigger. But at the time, we were just doing sessions like that. Juice WRLD, we were working with Juice WRLD in that year before he had signed anywhere, when he was still unknown, when all he had was like All Girls Was the Same and Lucid Dreams on SoundCloud. That was it. And then shit evolved. 2019, we got the first Internet Money house in LA. Taz moved to LA. And shit's just been evolving ever since, man. It's been crazy. Do I live in the Internet Money house? I don't. I have my own house. I don't live in LA. I just fly to LA, work for a couple weeks, and then fly home, and then do it over and over. Do I live from producing only? Yeah,